Welcome to Vagante. This is an action-packed, incredibly fun, and very challenging combat game. This came out in 2018 on Steam, and it is now set to come out to PS4, PS5, Switch, and Xbox on January 27th. Now, since its release on Steam, it has gained very positive reviews, with many people enjoying the game. Now, like I said, this is a very challenging game. I don't think I can say that enough. It's very challenging, but it's also extremely rewarding and very fun. It's a class-based game with a heavy emphasis on combat and the search for treasure and better gear. Big shout out and thanks to Blitworks, who ported and is publishing the game on consoles, for sponsoring this video and introducing me to this intensely fun game. Guys, definitely go check out the links in the description below. They'll hook you up with how to buy the game on consoles. In the game, you can play as 5 different classes, such as the Rogue, Knight, Mage, Wildling, and Houndmaster. The 5th class is hidden, appearing only after you complete the game. Each class has their own different starting things, as well as their own different abilities, such as the Rogue is very quick. He's got a dagger. He can fight very fast. He's got range. You have the Knight, who's kind of like your buff, tanky dude with the sword. You have a Mage who casts magic and has a staff. You have the Wildling who has blindingly fast fist attacks. And you have the Houndmaster who specializes in club-based close-range combat and control of a dog companion. Now, I find Rogue to be my favorite because he moves real fast, he's got a dagger, he's got a bow. I just like him. As you play the game and you level up, you will be able to customize your playstyle through choosing unique class skills at each level. Now, I had the best luck playing as Rogue while leveling up my dagger as well as my ranged, and it just seemed to be the most natural playstyle for me. And as you play, I'm sure that you will find that playstyle that works best for you. I found myself often dodging attacks quickly while definitely needing to utilize the level around me to my advantage. One of the most challenging things about the game is the Permadeath feature. Now, not only does this make it more challenging, but it also makes it unique and very rewarding. This makes you play way more cautiously and manage your money and your health more carefully. However, you can unlock some epic gear and special chests that drop by keys that you can only get from each level's boss, so you might want to take some risks in order to get that sweet gear, or you can just bypass the boss and go on to the next stage. I found myself at first being very cautious and then just kind of saying, screw it, I'm gonna attack everything and I'm gonna get that key. While there may be permadeath, as you play the game, you do gain permanent specializations that unlock through an overall experience system. So as you progress through the game and you complete levels, you'll find that there'll be an overall experience that you gain, which will then count toward a broader range of playstyles and customizations. One way to help with the permadeath is to play the game on co-op. The game really is a lot more fun when playing with others, and currently, up to 4 players may play together in local or online co-op. While playing together can definitely help, the game echoes right back. For each additional player, enemy health increases by 25%, and enemy damage increases by 10%, making sure to keep the challenge alive. Now, I have to imagine that you could realize how important it could be to actually have multiple players. Not only will it be more fun, but also you have more players to actually attack the enemy. So think about some of these insane monsters that you find in the game and the bosses. They could be way easier to deal with if you have multiple people who are equipped in different ways that could be very beneficial to taking something out very easily, actually fighting that one boss. What took me maybe 30 seconds to deal with a specific boss could be dealt with in a matter of mere seconds when you have 3 or 4 people whacking at that same boss with relative ease. Whenever the player dies in co-op, they leave behind a body and can revive themselves as a skeleton to continue in the fight. Although weaker than normal players, skeletons can be used in many different ways. For scouting ahead, since they aren't as valuable as regular players, Skeletons will also come back to life after being revived at a tombstone in the intermissions. Now, skeletons are a little different than normal players because they only have 100 HP. They can open their inventories, however they can't use any equipment, but they can drop them for other players. They also have their own special attacks, such as the Bone Arc. All in all, you can play by yourself, but having multiple people will definitely come in handy. One of the cool things is that each level or dungeon is procedurally generated, so no two games or playthroughs will be the same. You will find yourself progressing through the dungeons and encountering tougher and tougher levels and bosses. You have slimes, you got dragons, it ranges to insanely fast goblin things that tormented me over and over again, to giant buff mushroom kings. There are many intense battles that will be waged in this game. Each level has chests that you can unlock that drop enchantments, scrolls, there's new weapons and armor you can get, and other things as well. There is a shopkeeper who will sell you goods, or if you are sneaky enough, you can steal those goods. Just know he is incredibly strong and will fight you and defeat you to get it back. And so you can try, but you just have to be quick. Each level has its own unique monsters, as well as traps and secrets and plenty of other things. On PC, you can actually play keyboard or controller, and let's just say it went way better for me while playing controller. So that's really cool because I know for sure that playing on console will give you a great experience. Now, I was talking about secrets, and the game has lots of different secrets. There are secret rooms that you can break through in each level. There's secret specializations that you can unlock. Backgrounds that you can unlock that give you in-game stats or even start you out with like a level up. You can unlock secret music and other things. The game boasts limitless replayability, unique scenarios, and a rewarding gameplay experience. Now, I found it incredibly challenging, but also extremely rewarding. I find myself getting better and better each playthrough, which in turn makes me want to keep going and trying to unlock more and more and slay all the crazy bosses that this game has. If you are looking for a unique, rewarding, and challenging indie game experience, like I said, make sure to check the game out when it comes to consoles. It's set to come to PS4, PS5, Switch, and Xbox on January 27th. I'll tell you some of the things that I found to be really fun and rewarding in this game. So when you play each level, you'll find that no two levels are the same, and even jumping around can kind of be a challenge because if you fall the wrong way, there could be spikes at the bottom that instantly kill you. But the cool thing with the spikes is that if you are tricky enough, you can actually kill even some of the most intense things in the game by making them fall to their death on the spikes. One really cool thing that happened was I actually stole from the shopkeeper, and then as he was chasing me and beating the crap out of me, I actually made him jump into the spikes and he died. And so I was able to actually go back and loot the rest of the gear that was in the place. However, I did not know right off the bat that if I went to the next level that he'd be there waiting for me and still remember that, hey, you stole some stuff from me and I'm gonna fight you to get it back. Also, when I first started playing the game and I encountered the bosses in the game, I found them incredibly challenging. I was terrified of them and I didn't want to fight them. But then as I learned how to play, as well as like found the class that worked best for me, I was able to actually take them out. I had way more confidence, and so each time I played, I'm like, I'm gonna go fight this boss, which ultimately led me to fight the giant buff mushroom king, who utterly destroyed my face. So needless to say, you will find yourself playing this game in different unique experiences each and every time, and you'll want to do things differently each time, or you might get different gear that makes you play the game differently. There are also different monsters that you'll encounter that you'll find to just be incredibly fun to try to beat and find different ways to fight them. And so you'll find yourself in different scenarios where you know that there's a trap up here. And so if you can get them right below where this giant boulder is going to drop, you could take them out that way. And so it's really fun to try to find creative ways to actually do things in the game too. It's not like it's just a linear gameplay where you just go through the level. It's actually really challenging and pretty cool to find creative ways to deal with these different problems. Another cool thing that makes me want to keep playing is that I've seen some things in different videos and trailers that I didn't get to experience, and so I want to go and find those and level up and reach those higher levels so that way I can actually experience these things that I didn't get to experience in my play sessions. Overall, if you're looking for a game like this that is very challenging to play, that's not going to hold your hand as you play the game, but it's also going to give you some very rewarding, unique replayability experiences, definitely make sure to check the game out on console. You can also check it out on Steam, but look for it on those different consoles, PS4, PS5, Switch, and Xbox, January 27th. Go check it out. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll see you guys next time.